Welcome to the Yip channel. This is your your everyday powerlifter, Brent speaking. Topic of the day: bench press. Lost my train of thought since I don't write a script for all this. I come off the dome. Um, for the bench press, man, the bench press. Wow, it is a great lift. I'll let me put the pros and the cons, and then I'm gonna be brief and I'm gonna get out of y'all's way. The pros and the cons of the bench press. If you're a power lifter, it's a must. Uh, the pro, it is probably the bench press is probably the lift that everybody looks at as a sign of being strong. It's the it's the it's the lift that most gym lifters look at and say, "Man, that dude's strong. Look how much he bench presses," and they contribute that to strength. And I'm not going to get into the debate of that. There's Olympic lifters who might have something to say about that, and I'm not an Olympic lifter. I'm a power lifter, you know. But in powerlifting, the bench press is a great lift. It is, you have those powerlifting meets where you do push pull, where you do the push part, and the bench press is all you want to do. And that's great. The pull part is the deadlift. But you have those who are in the open class who do the three lifts, which is squat first, bench second, deadlift last. And I will say I'm a decent bench press, decent bencher. I have long arms, I have really long arms, and I dislocated my shoulder probably over 15, 16, 17, almost 20 years ago. Well, over 20 years ago, I dislocated my shoulder. And really bad dislocation. I mean, I had to be put to sleep for it to be popped back in place. And I really work hard on shoulder mobility. I spent a lot of time emphasizing shoulder mobility, rotator cuff work, band pull aparts, and I'll show you those movements in other videos. But it's so important to know the cons as well. The bench press is a great powerlifting move. It's a great lift. It can build up your chest. Depending on how you do it, it can work on your triceps. It can work on your pecs, your upper and lower pecs, whether you do the incline bench or you do just a flat bench. The cons of the bench press is if you do not have good shoulder structure, shoulder mobility, and if you don't really learn how to keep your back tight, to pinch your lats, bring your lats in and tight, and really bring your elbows in and bring bring your bench down to a proper area. For some people, it can hurt your shoulders. It can really mess up your shoulders. And for those who have great shoulders and who have shorter arms, the bench press, of course, is not a problem for some people, but some people it is. And that's with any lift. And I'm not going to sit here and downgrade the bench press. It's a great lift. It's a awesome strength tool for those who like it. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I could go into more in-depth comments about the bench press, but what I'm gonna show you today is my light day. Man, the crazy thing is I was recording. I had the video set up to do my heavy bench press day, and I had it set up there to bench press. And for me, because I wanted y'all to see, for me, like my arch, and that's one of the things that I, as a power lifter, man, I am working on my arch, because my arch is not very good, but I'm working on it, and I'm working on keeping my elbows in, like I'm bending the bar really, which is focusing in, and also I don't bench press wide, I bench press more narrow, because I don't want to put it all on my shoulder. So I probably use a lot more triceps since I come in narrow, and I was benching on my light day, and on my heavy day, and I was doing 285, 285 for 3 sets of 5. My heavier day. I'm building up, so every time on my programming, every time I can do a lift 3 times for 5 reps, according to the program, I'm supposed to go up 10 pounds. So I started out and I went up to 275. My shoulders started acting funky. I started realizing that I wasn't doing a good warm up. I wasn't doing certain things, so I kind of I started over again, and I'm working my way back up. So that's part of the reason why my bench press weight is still not, my high bench is not really high as it could be, and my low bench press is higher than probably it should be because I'm going up in it. But since I went back down and I'm coming back up, they're almost even now. So my high bench and low bench days are not that different. So anyway, I'm at 285. My next week bench will be 295. 295. These are my working sets because I do a total of 7 to 10 sets, depending on what it is, and I work and I warm up with 135 for 6, 135 for 5, then typically 185 or 225 for as my third set for 5, and then I'll go ahead. At that point, I'm typically warm, and then I'll jump to wherever my working set is. So that'll be 270 for this bench press session that you'll see, which is 3 sets. And one of the things I realized, according to my coach was saying, for me to help me, I need a lift off. Now anything that's 260 and under, I can lift it off and bench it, or I can bench it without, and still keep a good, a good arch, keep my back tight, and really be tight and my elbows pulled in, and not put myself in an optimal bench position. But man, one of the things I realized, if I do not get a lift off, if I don't get somebody lifted off on me when I get above 260, my arms and shoulders and the way you get to shifting, and I'm wobbly, and sometimes it's really hard for me to stay tight when I'm fatigued. And that's certain days I'm really fatigued and I'm trying to stay tight. I'm trying to pull it over and stay tight, keep my arch, keep my legs tight, my good leg drive and everything. And some days I have it, some days I don't. And that's why a lift off helps me to be able to stay tighter. So for me, a lift off works. For some people, they may not need a lift off at 270 and other weights, but I needed one. So my working sets you'll see is 3 sets for 270 pounds for 5 reps. And I hope this encourages someone to look at my bench, and you may see flaws in it because it's still work in progress. I'm still working on improving my bench to get a better arch, to stay tighter, to pull my elbows in. And you'll probably see, and there's some wobble in my third set. And I even spoke about how it was wobbling a little bit. But hey, this is what training is for. Training is to get better, to improve. And when you're fatigued, a lot of the key things that you work on to get better at, sometimes they rear their ugly head when you're in training. That's why you train, to improve, to get better, to be able to do better, to use proper form and proper technique. And that's why I train, and that's why I record myself as well, to see why I'm doing what I'm doing, and hopefully improve on what I'm doing. But anyway, this is the F channel, your boy Brent speaking. If there's something I can do to improve, I hope you hit the like button and like the video. I hope to be able to upload more videos in the future. Got to improve my equipment. My wife and my sister-in-law tell me I got to improve. Got to get a microphone. I got a few little tools. I got a few little pieces of equipment. But man, I just appreciate y'all watching your videos. Share the channel, like the channel, give me a thumbs up. If there's something you don't like, you think I can do better, tell me, and I'll take it into consideration and see what I can do to improve. This is your boy, Brent, Yep Channel, signing off. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good day.
You got yeah, just let me know. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Yep. Easy. You got, come on. You got, come on. Push.
I'm wobbly today. Man, I'm wobbly. I like it. Do you like that someday?
I got one of those benches at the house. And them orders like called tight fitness. And it's like the bench is a little wide.
Yes.
That way your back won't be
yes.
Slipping off. I still gotta get used to that though.
Yeah, man. These days, man, when you try to really keep your back tight and have an arch, it's hard, man. It's hard because the upper part of your back, it's like, yeah, man.
You want to give sure that keeps you like your back stable and everything.
Yeah, it lets you not slide around. That's why I like it. It keeps me deeper. Even if I really want to try to slide, I can't even really slide.
Right.
So I kind of like that. Because sometimes I'll try to, because when I'll do it myself, and I pick it up off myself, I get so loose in my shoulders, and I was loose even there with your lift off. So, man, it's one of them days.
I'm trying to get myself in the groove to go hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just doing like really just doing like this arms, man, just to do something today, really. Not on pretty much every exercise, except for my legs. I can't. Next week I'm starting getting back.
Okay.
I need it back.
Okay.
My legs, I feel like I was about time I was strong in my legs.
Yeah.
My deadlifts was going way up.
Yeah.
I don't even do deadlifts anymore just because of that reason.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Let your body heal, man. You gotta be smart, man. You gotta be smart. You know, sometimes go in here and get, they call it Snap City. Ain't no joke. Y'all messed up. Nah, for real.
Let me know if you need me again.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yo, wait. Come on. Yep. Yep. You got it. Yep. Come on.
You don't take all that roaring, but
Hey,
it's a focus. Yeah, it don't take all that, but it just helps me focus better.
Right.
My wifey, she said, she like, babe,